Welcome to another video. This video is going to be divided into three parts. At the start of the video, we are going to talk about why do you need a solid content creation system. Then we are going to talk about what is reverse flow content funnel. And at the end of the video, we are going to talk about 5 steps to create a holistic and profitable content creation system. By the end of this video, you will know how to create content with clarity, how to repurpose content like a magician, and how to create a profitable content business. The strategy that I'm going to tell you in this video is probably used by most of your favorite creators in India: Raj Shamani, Ankur Wariku, Finance with Sharan, to name a few. Make sure you watch this video till the end because we are about to dive deep. So let's start by talking about why do you need a solid content creation system. देखो यार, बात ऐसी है, content creation is a very chaotic process. When you're starting out, this is your execution of creating content and this is your self doubt. क्योंकि जब starting में तुम content create करते हो, you do not know a lot about content industry, so you create what you see on the internet that your favorite creators are creating. और जब तुम्हें initially result नहीं मिलते हैं, then you start doubting the efforts that you're putting in. तुम्हें लगता है कि यार शायद मेरी strategy गलत है, शायद मैं गलत platform पे content create कर रहा हूँ. So तुम Google पे जाते हो, तुम random सर्फिंग करते हो और तुम्हें लगता है किसी आर्टिकल को पढ़ के कि शायद मुझे लिंक्डइन पे आर्टिकल्स लिखने चाहिए. फिर तुम किसी यूट्यूबर को देखते हो और तुम्हें लगता है कि यार यूट्यूब पे कंटेंट क्रिएट करना चाहिए, या फिर इंस्टाग्राम रील्स पे किसी क्रिएटर को देख के तुम्हें लगता है आई शुड रादर क्रिएट इंस्टाग्राम रील्स, राइट? एंड यू आर ऑलवेज क्रिएटिंग कंटेंट विदाउट क्लैरिटी. तुम हमेशा पिवट ही करते रहते हो, एंड दैट इज व्हाई इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट कि तुम्हारे पास एक सॉलिड सिस्टम हो दैट यू कैन रेप्लिकेट, दैट यू कैन वर्क ऑन वीक आफ्टर वीक, एंड यू कैन क्रिएट कंटेंट कंसिस्टेंटली विद क्लैरिटी एंड विद कॉन्फिडेंस. स्पेशली अगर तुम एजुकेशनल कंटेंट क्रिएशन स्पेस में हो, इफ यू आर नॉट एन एंटरटेनर, if you create content around marketing, business, or maybe self improvement like I do, you need to have a proper system, and it becomes more important than, let's say, creator who is creating content in the entertainment space, because you need to have a proper system जिसको तुम हर हफ्ते replicate कर सकते हो, right? And to understand that system and to initiate the creation of that system, we need to move to the second phase of the video, and you need to understand what is a reverse content funnel. तो अगर तुम्हें funnel के बारे में नहीं पता है, then you do not have to worry about it. स्क्रीन पे अगर तुम देखोगे, then you will see a structure which is broader at the top and it is narrow at the bottom. So we have essentially divided the funnel into 3 parts: top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, and bottom of the funnel. Now at every stage of the funnel, तुम कौन सा content create कर रहे हो और तुम किस audience के लिए content create कर रहे हो is completely different. So you have to be very strategic about it. For example, on the top of the funnel, you will create content which attracts majority of the people to your brand. So you will create formats of content on platforms that gives you maximum reach and bring you those new eyeballs to the brand and the content you're creating. So on top of the funnel, you're attracting audience who has never heard about you, जिन्होंने तुम्हारा कंटेंट आज तक कभी कंज्यूम नहीं किया और जिन्होंने तुम्हें आज तक कभी इंटरनेट पे नहीं देखा है, राइट? सो यू विल क्रिएट कंटेंट लाइक इंस्टाग्राम रील्स, यूट्यूब शॉर्ट्स, ट्वीट्स, एंड यू विल राइट बेसिक लिंक्डइन पोस्ट, राइट? दैट्स द डेफिनेशन ऑफ टॉप ऑफ द फनल, एंड दिस इज द ऑडियंस दैट यू आर टैकलिंग ऑन टॉप ऑफ द फनल. मूविंग डाउन टू द सेकंड फेज ऑफ द फनल, व्हिच इज द मिडिल ऑफ द फनल. इन मिडिल ऑफ द फनल, नाउ यू आर केटरिंग टू द ऑडियंस जो तुम्हारे ब्रांड को काफी टाइम से देख रहे हैं, राइट? दे नो व्हाट योर कंटेंट इज ऑल अबाउट, दे अंडरस्टैंड योर कंटेंट, दे लाइक योर कंटेंट, एंड दे हैव डेवलप्ड दैट अफिनिटी towards you as a creator and your content that you create, and they believe that your content is valuable for them. So at this stage, you need to cater them, you need to provide them more value in form of a bit more in-depth content. So you need to create content like Instagram carousels which are in-depth, you need to create Twitter threads, you need to write descriptive LinkedIn articles and all that sort of stuff, because at this stage the audience is expecting that you will give something of value to them that they can apply to their life and can get real results out of it. And that's the middle of the funnel content. Then the last part of a funnel is bottom of the funnel. At this stage of the funnel, your audience absolutely love you. They absolutely love your content. So you need to create in-depth, long form of content. Example could be YouTube videos like this one, or you could write very long newsletters, or you can create podcasts, right? Because now these people like you as a creator, they love your content and they want to consume more of your content, in-depth content that they can apply in their life and can get real results out of it. So you create long form content. This is the basic structure of the funnel that we are talking about. Now the reason why I tell it reverse flow is because the idea of a funnel is to move people down from top to the bottom, that is from top of the funnel to the bottom of the funnel, because at the bottom of the funnel you will also be pitching the products or the services you have, because these are the people who are warmed up, they know about you, so they are ready to buy any product or any offer that you might have. So the goal of the funnel is to move people from top of the funnel to the bottom of the funnel. Now the reason why we call it reverse flow is because you start creating content from the bottom of the funnel, that is, you start by creating content which is long form. And we are going to talk about in a lot more depth in the next phase of this video, where we are going to talk about 5 steps to create a holistic content strategy. तो अब तुम्हें funnel समझ में आ गई है, तुम्हें importance of creating a system समझ में आ गया है. Now we are talking about 5 steps that you can use today, that you can apply today to create a strategy that help you create a lot of content with clarity. Step number 1 in creating this strategy is you have to hunt for ideas. You have to start with good ideas, okay? Because every content piece doesn't matter वो video है, वो Twitter threads हैं, वो article है, it all starts with good writing, it all starts with good ideas. तो अगर तुम्हारे पास अच्छे ideas ही नहीं है तो तुम कभी अच्छा content नहीं create कर पाओगे. And that is why you need to hunt for ideas. How do you hunt for ideas? Where do you get ideas from? You get ideas from books, articles, YouTube videos that you watch, podcasts that you listen to, friends that you have conversations with, or just, paying attention to what's happening around you in the world. You get a lot of ideas. And maybe in the shower, when you're showering, you get some random idea as well, right? So the idea is you need to hunt for those ideas consciously, and you need to document those ideas. You need to put those ideas, you need to write them down in a notes app that you might be using, or in just a notebook that you use on a daily basis. That's where you need to start. That's step number 1. Step number 2 is you need to expand on those ideas. Now, अब तुम्हारे पास एक solid idea तो है. Idea can be very abstract, okay? Idea can be you should only focus on things you can control and you should leave everything else. Random idea, right? Whatever. Now, you need to expand on this idea in a way that you give it your personal touch. You brain dump everything that comes to your mind around that idea. You write that down. You make sure that you're fusing your interests and the interest of your audience into that brain dump that you are doing. So you have a lot of content around that one idea, and you are also making sure that that idea is expanded in a form that is going to be valuable to the audience you are going to be creating content for. So you need to expand on that idea as much as you can, okay? There are no boundaries, there are no limitations, there are no rules. You just pick idea, you build a habit of writing for 30 minutes every morning. You sit with an idea and you brain dump, write down whatever comes to your mind, the benefits, the drawbacks, random dump, the objection that people might have, and you have to come up with, some sort of an actionable steps that your audience might follow if you publish the writing that you are doing as a content on a later stage. So you need to expand on the idea. Moving on to the third step, create content for bottom of the funnel. अब यार देखो, तुम्हारे पास टॉपिक है, तुमने उस टॉपिक पे एक्सपेंड कर दिया है. Now it's just a matter of time that you package this idea in a way that your audience get value out of it, okay? They love consuming the idea that you have expanded upon. So it is just about packaging, and you start by packaging and creating content for bottom of the funnel. So you create long form content. Now you can write newsletters, you can create YouTube videos, or you can create a podcast, okay? Depending upon what your bandwidth is, how big your team is, how much time do you want to invest in creating content. So do not pick and create content according to platform, but you should start creating content. The way I personally do it is by picking a medium, right? So you can pick a text medium or you can pick a video medium, okay? But anyways, you will need to write down things because every content idea, as I said, start from good writing. So if you're good at writing, just create newsletters, which is your bottom of funnel content. If you're good at creating videos, start by creating YouTube videos. If you have a big team and if you want to invest a lot of time in content creation, you should create both. For example, I'm recording this video, but on this exact same topic, I have already published a newsletter on last Wednesday. So I'm creating both. I'm starting by creating the bottom of the funnel content, which is a newsletter, a YouTube video, or a podcast. Moving on to the step number 4. Now it is about time that you repurpose the content that you've created in the bottom of the funnel, जो कि तुमने newsletter, YouTube video create करे थे, और तुम उसको repurpose करोगे for middle of the funnel and top of the funnel. That is why we call this strategy as reverse flow. You want to push people down from top of the funnel to the bottom of the funnel, but you're creating content from bottom of the funnel and you're repurposing that content for top of the funnel and middle of the funnel. So the way you do it is, for example, let's say you have a YouTube video, okay? You can create 30 to 40 second reels out of it and you can post those Instagram reels to your YouTube shorts. That would act as the top of the funnel content. For middle of the funnel content, you can create and post those videos, let's say 2 to 3 minute videos on LinkedIn and Twitter, right? And that would cover your middle of funnel content. Let's say you're also writing a newsletter, you can create Twitter threads out of it that will be acting as a middle of the funnel content. You can pick the best parts of your newsletter and you can post them as tweets. So that would act as your top of the funnel content. So essentially the idea is, once you have the bottom of the funnel content pieces available with you and you've created it already, you have packaged it, you just have to pick the best parts of those long form pieces of content and repurpose them for top of the funnel and middle of the funnel content. So you do not have to specifically create content for middle of the funnel and top of the funnel, because at the end of the day, the majority of the results that you will get are going to come from the bottom of the funnel, because that's where you promote your products. That's how you make money. That's how you get clients. So why not put 100% of your focus and majority of your focus on creating the bottom of the funnel content? That's a wise thing to do. do, and I think that's something that everybody should do, right? Now, that being said, when you're just starting out, if you've never created content in your life ever before, you do not have to worry about middle of the funnel content and bottom of the funnel content, okay? And rather, you should start by just creating top of the funnel content. So you should start by creating just reels or YouTube shorts or just writing tweets, okay? Until you gather some sort of attention. But after you gather that attention, as a wise creator that I'm sure you are, you should be creating a reverse flow content strategy for yourself. That means you should also be creating content for middle of the funnel and bottom of the funnel. So you are actually getting and reaping some rewards out of the content that you're creating. If you just keep creating content for reels, either you're dependent on brand deals or you're just wishing that, okay, some people would buy from your Instagram stories, but it's really hard to sell anything on top of the funnel, right? And that is why if you are a wise creator, if you really want to build a profitable content business, you need to sort out your top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, and bottom of the funnel content strategy. Now, once you also repurpose the content, that leave us with the last step of this reverse flow content strategy framework, which is you need to build a reverse flow, okay? That means that when you're repurposing content for middle of the funnel and top of the funnel, you need to plug your bottom of the funnel content over there. Don't worry, let me explain. So let's say you have created Twitter threads, okay, from the newsletter that you have created. At the end of the Twitter thread, you need to plug your newsletter. That means you need to push people from middle of the funnel to the bottom of the funnel. If you're creating Instagram reels out of it, you need to give a call to action in Instagram reels captions or at the end of Instagram reels to push people down at the bottom of the funnel. So the idea is create content at the bottom of the funnel, repurpose the content for middle and top of the funnel, and push people down with call to actions to the bottom of the funnel. So you are warming up that audience gradually and slowly. So at the end, eventually these people trust you, they like your content, they get value out of your content, and then you can use that trust and you can kind of give them more value with the paid products and the offers that you might have for them. That's how you build a profitable content creation system and a profitable content business. If you are following me, if you are my subscribers, I do not want you to create content for just sake of creating content because everybody is doing. I want you to be smart about it. I want you to think from a clear perspective. I want you to think as a businessman and a creator as well, because if you just think from a perspective of businessman and you do not think from a perspective of creator, you will never be able to gather enough attention on the top of the funnel. So nothing of this that I'm telling you today would make sense. So you need to always be, humble, and you need to always give value for free to people so that eventually you can also start thinking from the business point of view. And guys, that is how you create maximum content in minimum time possible. For people who are just starting out, do not have a very big team, it gets impossible to create content for all the platforms in different formats. But if you just use that system week after week, if you follow the system, if you track everything, you will be able to create a lot of content even alone. You don't even need a team if you follow the system systematically week after week. That's all for this video. I hope you like this video, and if you did, you will also love my free newsletter. It's just free. You can go, you can read. There is a lot of value into it. You'll find the link in the description. And if you're someone who want to nail the top of the funnel content, especially short form video content, and you want to create really good videos and gather attention on Instagram, check out my course Visual Flow. It is around short form content creation. Already more than 100 people have took it. They absolutely love it. Check it out. Link in the description. That's all for this video. Subscribe if you're watching me for the first time and press the bell icon so you do not miss videos like this every week. That's all for today. I'll see you next week.